Governor Sarah Palin's first public outing since her waiters appearance on Monday has just happened. She made an appearance on the weekly Firearms Friday radio show in Fairbanks, Alaska tonight. She joined the show's host, Michael Dukes, and musician and fellow gun lover Ted Nugent of Cat Scratch Fever fame. Governor Palin told these two gentlemen why she's quitting her job.
I'm going to have freedom now to fight even harder for Alaska, to fight for America, to fight for what's right, and to support other people who will have the freedom to cast the votes and administer the policies and the laws that we need to protect our Constitution.
That's right. Fight, 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 fight. As soon as I quit. Fight not as governor, some other capacity. That's the part of this that's important. Her stated desire is to help other people, to help other candidates, to become, if not a national candidate herself, then a leading national Republican figure who can help other people win elections. How realistic is that? Joining us now is Anna Marie Cox, national correspondent for Air America Radio and contributor to Playboy magazine. Hi, Anna Marie. Nice to see you.
Hey, Rachel.
Cat scratch fever? Is this?
Well, that would explain a lot, if she had it.
Well, let me ask you about the central premise here. The Republican candidate running for governor in New Jersey right now says emphatically he doesn't want Sarah Palin anywhere near his campaign. The Republican running in Virginia implies the same thing, but sort of more nicely. Texas Governor Rick Perry says he would love to have her. Is that essentially the geographic sketch of Sarah Palin's influence from here on out?
Pretty much. Also, I think Rick Perry wants her as his vice president, like after Texas secedes. I think that, well, I would prefer to have her as Texas vice president, although being from Texas, I don't know, I have mixed feelings. Well, the thing is, I think that there's definitely a mixed reaction to her, and I think right now what Sarah Palin's future looks like depends a lot on what we do as much as what she does. I think if we continue to talk about her after she hasn't done anything new and talk about people talking about her, that's a win for her. The less that she does and the more that we talk about her, the people that are drawn to her will see that as demonizing her and rally around her. However, a friend of mine who's a GOP strategist said it, and I think he put it very well, she's like an ice sculpture. The more she's exposed to the elements, the faster she'll wear down. That part of...
Go ahead.
Well, see, and under that thinking, yes, she should go out and campaign. That would be fantastic. Like she might do great, but as the Magic 8-Ball might say, outlook not so good.
Well, I was just thinking when you're saying that the one person I've seen really express total unbridled enthusiasm for her being on the campaign trail as much as possible with as many Republican candidates as possible is the head of the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee saying, please, 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 let's send her everywhere. I don't think that all publicity is good publicity. I think Joe Biden got a lot less publicity than she did as a vice presidential candidate, and Americans were left thinking that he would be a better choice for vice president, right?
And that's what I'm saying. If she goes out and does stuff and we talk about it and analyze it, the chances are she's going to do something kind of stupid. I mean, the thing is, I think she has many faults, okay? We all do. She's arrogant and she's inexperienced, but those two traits haven't exactly kept people out of the White House lately. However, she's also really undisciplined, and all of the major scandals that have followed her, the things that have caused people in her own party to get upset are things that are a result of lack of discipline. Talking to some other GOPers today, someone mentioned the fact that she sniped back at Levi Johnston in U.S. Weekly. That's not very presidential, and sometimes being presidential and being a good politician isn't just about knowing what actions to take, obviously. It's about knowing what not to do. So in that regard, yes, get her out there, put her in the spotlight, make her say stuff. If she goes to Nome and writes a book for 9 months, and we keep talking about her, that is something she probably wants us to do. And to the extent she thought through that resignation, that might be what she was thinking.
I will say that her appearing on the Firearms Friday radio show, talk radio show with Ted Nugent, which is like the trifecta of things you'd make up about what she chose to do next, does seem like a quite deliberate act about putting herself in a very specific spot on the GOP right. And so maybe she's playing us all.
Well, I think also that's the exact kind of thing, if she keeps doing that, that's not, I think you and I both know, that's not exactly mainstream America there. I mean, that's a little bit off, a little bit to the side. If that's the kind of political judgment she's showing, I don't think that's a good sign for the GOP. Again, most of the people I talk to who are in the sort of the center of the party, who are looking to the future, are not excited about her candidacy, and the people that are most excited about her candidacy are people who are looking forward to Obama's re-election.
Anna Marie Cox, national correspondent for Air America Radio, contributor to Playboy magazine. Thank you very much for your time tonight. Have an excellent weekend.
Have a good weekend, Rachel.